Thank you very much, Stasha, for your very kind introduction, and thanks to all of you here this evening for your support of the Pro Bono Institute's annual gala. I, like many of you, have had the pleasure of working closely with Esther and PBI for several years now. In every interaction, I have been reminded of how very much progress we've been making to advance pro bono service in corporations and law firms together. As you know, Esther has been a driving force behind this progress, along with the extraordinary efforts of PBI staff and countless volunteers. So before continuing, I would first and foremost like to salute Esther, the PBI staff, and all of the volunteers for their many contributions. Each of us here tonight has our own reason for engaging in pro bono service. To a large degree, I'm sure it stems directly from our ethical obligations as lawyers. Perhaps it's also because a particular cause or issue has inspired us. Perhaps it's rooted in a core belief that pro bono plainly is the right thing to do. Or perhaps Esther presented the issues and opportunities in such a compelling manner that saying no was simply never an option. These are all sound and worthy reasons, and knowing what I do about the companies and law firms here this evening and the work that they are doing in pro bono today, I really must commend you for the positive difference you are making. Over dinner tonight and at any time after this, I would welcome the opportunity to learn more about your pro bono, because I believe we can all benefit from a greater exchange about our best practices and ideas in this area. In that same spirit of sharing, I would like to take just a few moments this evening to touch briefly on the power of teaming, the power of collaboration between law firms and corporate legal departments in the pro bono world. At Baker & McKenzie, our approach to pro bono has evolved in recent years, and perhaps some of what we've learned will be of interest and value to you, whether you practice in a law firm or in a corporate legal department. What has helped us achieve a step change in our pro bono performance has been a commitment to take a more strategic approach to pro bono than we had in the past. Our more strategic approach has consisted of two basic steps. First, to reposition pro bono from a firm project or initiative to an explicit strategic priority worldwide. We did this by incorporating pro bono as one of our key pillars in our firm's commitment to public service and social responsibility, such that today pro bono, along with diversity, sustainability, community service, and pro bono, are the four pillars of our integrated CSR, a commitment that is now being developed, funded, and implemented worldwide. The second step has been to support pro bono causes that we believe have a strategic affinity with our clients and with the kind of people we believe are drawn to a global law firm like Baker McKenzie. And when we can establish a strategic affinity with clients and with our people, we find that we are able to team or collaborate more successfully, and that our collaborative efforts are more consequential. For example, we have successfully collaborated with corporate legal departments in naturalization and immigration advocacy, protection of children's rights, representation of survivors of domestic violence and child abuse, and advocacy for children with disabilities and securing special education services. Additionally, we have been very encouraged by the enormous response, not only in our firm, but in our corporate pro bono partners on projects that foster the rule of law and empowerment in troubled parts of the world. For example, with access to justice, we have worked with the UN Commission on Legal Empowerment of the Poor and teamed with our firm's corporate clients to provide pro bono legal services for the indigent in the areas of legal identity and access to legal services in developing countries. With respect to microfinance, to provide the poor with a path to self-sufficiency. We've teamed with organizations like Opportunity International, again with our corporate legal departments, to provide microfinance facilities to individuals and small groups in developing countries in Asia, Africa, Eastern Europe, and Latin America. And in the area of constitutional reform, we've teamed with the Public International Law and Policy Group, and again with some of our corporate pro bono partners, to draft revisions to the Iraqi Constitution, providing for, among other rights, the constitutional recognition of women. We've also drafted a new electoral law for Iraq with rules and procedures designed to achieve fair representation of minority groups, and we have provided the legal framework for the establishment of a Human Rights Commission in Iraq. And finally, peace. Working closely, again with PIL, PG, and other firm clients, we have provided a range of pro bono legal services in peace negotiations, post-conflict constitutions, and war crimes prosecutions in such war-torn areas of the world as Kosovo, Sri Lanka, and Darfur. As we see it, the power and impact created by pairing our attorneys with inside counsel in both the public and private sectors, with the ability to collaborate and learn from each other, offer the potential to create even more meaningful and lasting change. Working together, we can achieve so much more. So tonight, I simply would like to encourage you to engage with friends and colleagues about their pro bono goals and to explore teaming together to achieve more than any one of us can achieve on our own. Again, thank you very, very much for attending tonight's gala and for the incredible pro bono work that each of you are doing. Thank you very much.